It's finals week, and by this point, you're probably tired, stressed out, and possibly on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Although it may seem more convenient to put everything off as long as possible and cram for a day or two straight, this approach is actually detrimental to your work as well as your health.
Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Roman.
Today, we're here to talk to you about the importance of stress relief.
According to WebMD, up to 90% of trips to the doctor's office are due to stress-related issues, such as headaches, high blood pressure, asthma, depression, and anxiety.
Not only do these problems pose long-term risks to your health, they also hamper your ability to deal with whatever is stressing you out in the first place. For example, when I was in 4th grade, I was really bad at spelling, and honestly I still am, but I had a really mean teacher who would always cycle through the words a lot faster than I could get them down on the page, which would lead to me getting really far behind. I couldn't catch back up to finish the test, and he would always sort of make a show out of taking my test and having me retake it at a different date, which led to me having a lot of anxiety associated with taking spelling tests for a while, which really, no matter how hard I studied, I couldn't do well enough to sort of keep up with the rest of the class.
In my first quarter at SPU, I was part of the Youth Scholars program. In this program, we had about 10 books assigned, and I had no motivation whatsoever, so I got through one of those 10 books. And the final was on about 5 of those books, and because I hadn't got through any of the books that were in that final, I had a really hard time with that. I just wasn't motivated. I would try and read a really difficult book, and I had no motivation. I was just bored with the course. I didn't have enough stress in this situation, so I just got bored with it, ended up basically giving up on all the books. This leads us to the inverted U graph. This is a graph that looks at the relationship between stress and productivity. On the low end here, we see that there isn't enough stress to the point where there's no motivation and a lack of interest at all. This leads to very low levels of productivity. On the other end here, we see at the other extreme an extremely high level of stress, which also leads to very low levels of productivity due to an inability to get anything done. In the middle here is the sort of sweet spot in which there's enough stress to motivate us, to keep us interested, but not too much stress to the point where it's debilitating and we're not able to actually get the job done.
Everyone reacts differently to stress, so the way you choose to manage it really depends on you and your personality. Here are some examples you might want to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 998, 999, 1,000. To the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? Turn it off!
So remember, while a little stress can be good to help motivate you, too much stress will only stop you from being productive. So remember to take a deep breath and think about the things that can help you relieve stress.
And as a wise man once said, if a problem can be solved, then you shouldn't worry about it. And if a problem can't be solved, then worrying will do you no good. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.